Alrighty, West. So I have this disassembled before I finish putting it in the box. Which, by the way, is the box here. You're gonna have the 3D printer. Hopefully, this will stay placed. Here is the casing for the outer thing. These are the rods. I got them all taped together according to size. They will be in here as well, along with the instructions on how to put it together in the corners. So that'll all be in there. But I wanted to show you real quick. Hopefully you can see this. I don't know if I need to turn off that. Maybe. We'll see. This is the nozzle. You need to change it periodically, which I will give you a bunch of them. Maybe a case like this. Have the nozzles. It'll also have the rubber that I just took off. Now the best way to do this is I find a crescent wrench to keep this head from moving. And then I find a socket which is 6mm, I do believe. It goes right on there. Now, this is not how they normally do it, and I will give you the normal. The normal is this wrench, but I find it annoying to work with. But yeah, you just loosen it, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, the usual. I've already loosened this because I'm gonna do it one-handed, so you literally just unscrew this. Now, if it's hot, it's obviously gonna be really hot. But yeah, so this should be a 0.4mm. Eventually you get into maybe different sizes, but I'm gonna give you a fresh one to start out. And I got a bag here of them. There is gonna be one odd color one in there. That is for like carbon fiber, wood, all those kind of impregnated filaments. So that is a lot harder. These are just brass, and then that is, I forget what they call it, but it's a harder, so that doesn't erode quicker, and then you get a bigger hole. These are all 0.4. They should say right on the side, like on the side of it, it's engraved. So I will replace this, and then we'll put this together, and then I'll stick this in the box, and I got some other things to show you. Alrighty, West. So, this is the tray. It goes in the main base. I did 3D print this a while ago. It's just a little insert designed for this. These are the things I'm going to be giving you. Cutters, I mean, yeah, they're used, but yeah, they can cut filament and all that good stuff. Be very careful with these guys. These are needles, as you see. They're for if something gets stuck in your print head through one of these nozzles, which I got a brand new nozzle on there. The print head's not that old. I replaced it with a newer one. You can either go through the top of the print head. I have a spare print head here. This one's still got film in it, so I can't really show you per se that, but you can either go through that way, or as you can see, this came with a printer that I bought. It was real, got everywhere. The person didn't take care of their print head and all that good stuff. So, or you can run it through this nozzle. You have to do that obviously when it's hot, so be extremely careful because this will burn you so quickly. But it barely fits through, but that goes through, and so you can kind of work it out. I pull it out. I usually use a paper towel, and you can wipe off the very hot filament. It smears, don't get it on you. If it gets on you, it's gonna continue to burn, so be very careful. This whole print head will get warm. It's mostly this is where the heat is. There is a fan for it. That's what that fan is for. It cools that, so it doesn't transfer too much heat up here, but it does all get hot and all these things. So this is the fan for the actual item you're printing. So you can control the speed of this if you so desire. But yeah, just give you an idea of all those different things. There is an adjustment screw on this side. It's kind of hard to see when it's on the printer, but there is a way you can go here and that adjusts the tension on this filament. This is the gear you'll see spin. That is what feeds the filament down, done by this motor here, which is this wire. Yeah, there'll be a lot online if you need help with anything, but obviously you can tell me too, and I will try to help you out. But yeah, be very careful with these needles, and once they get worn out, you just throw it out. There's a bunch in here. You can take those. That'll be in here as well. Extra nozzles, like I said, there is a hardened one in here for if you did different filaments. This is a replacement for that boot that goes on here. You have a new one already on there. This is another one in case it gets destroyed. This is the tool for the nozzle, to remove the nozzle. This one's really hard because somebody let it go out of hand. But yeah, so it goes on there like that. I will be giving you glue. All the other basic tools. These are just for different screws on there. This is for a different adjustment on wheels. There's two ends on it. Same with this. This won't be in there. I'll probably have this on a zip. And here's all the screws you need to assemble it from where it sits, which will also be in a baggie. Most of this will be in a baggie just so it ships safely. I will give you one of these. This is literally just 3D printed. It's a bed scraper. You can use it to help lift prints off. Like if it's sitting on there, you kind of just literally like that. Now if it cools down, it usually pops off easily. This is the boat. I will be giving you this. This is the boat that 3D printed from the printer. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I didn't want to go through all the work of setting it up. Just disassembled it, which would make all that effort for naught. But it'll get you going. It is going to be a little bit of work, but like I said, the cheaper ones are all like this. They're gonna be a little bit more work. The more expensive ones like I have, way less work. Literally, you assemble it and start, and it adjusts everything it needs, and they do pretty well. So that's that. I will give you one of these. You can see what my printer does. This was done on my nicer one, with no extra work or anything needed. So I'll give you that as well. You have two benchies. These are usually the first prints most people do, so it's a good way to baseline and see what you do. Obviously the tops are much different. There is supposed to be a little layer here, but this one is excessive. Same with all up in there and there. And these print lines, they're a lot more noticeable. It probably needed to go down a hair, so it squish a little bit more and become more one. Let's see. I'm going to give you a USB-C to USB. This is for your computer to the actual printer. If you want to do a direct connection, it's way easier doing that. Now this isn't an extremely long cord, but it is a cord to at least get you started. And this can run through the side of that enclosure so that it keeps the heat in and your room cool or wherever you're printing. This is the power cord. This goes in the 3D printer in the slot. I do believe it goes up like this and then in, it clicks in and it goes in, and then if you click it again, it should pop out a little bit, and then you can, yeah, you can pull it out no matter where it's at, so just make sure it's pushed in. It is a micro SD. So if you need to do anything ever on it, like if this isn't working and you want to just put a print on here, or if you need to update something, or there's so many mods and stuff you can do to it, but that's down the road if you end up keeping it and liking it or whatever. This is so that you can stick this into a regular USB on any computer, because most new computers are not having that anymore. So that'll all be with that, but that is that. And these will all be in baggies or a case, be very easy to see. I am going to head and give you something else too, can't remember. Let's see. I don't know. I printed you a little thing. I have to find it, but it's a golf ball marker. This is also something I printed, 3D printed on the actual printer I'm giving you. So this is what it could eventually get to. But this is neat. This is a Iron Man clock. I don't know if I showed you this. It connects by Wi-Fi and updates the time automatically. Obviously there's a little bit of electrical work I had to do, but all very simple. But these are the things that you can create. This is many different pieces. I forget how many pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then every single one of these. But yeah, and then this. But this is all printed on that printer, so it can definitely print. It can print good. It just takes time and patience. Patience is a key. But yeah, there's many different things you can make with it. I don't know what I did with that. I'm going to put a note in there so you will already know about this. This thing is, I 3D printed this morning and put a little NFC tag in it, and then I'm going to program it so when you open your box you can just scan or tap this on your phone or tablet, and then have a link to all these videos, and hopefully they'll progress to where you can assemble all this and understand all this. Alright, I think that's about it. I'm trying to get this bubble wrapped up as best I can so nothing gets destroyed, and hopefully it will be to you here in the next week or so.